What is No Rock and why is it trending? What's next after WrestleMania 41 Night 2? Why Rusev didn't return at WrestleMania 41? What's next for Damian Priest following WWE WrestleMania 41? Dominic Mysterio makes a massive statement. Dominic Mysterio hits a fan with a utility vehicle. CM Punk breaks silence on Paul Heyman's WrestleMania 41 betrayal. John Cena didn't actually break Ric Flair's record. WWE fans want Triple H gone after the worst WrestleMania ever. Let's dive right in. What's next after WrestleMania 41 Night 2? WrestleMania 41 Night 2 in Las Vegas delivered a whirlwind of surprises, from stunning returns to major title switches, keeping the Allegiant Stadium crowd on edge. Despite a few hiccups, the show left the WWE Universe hyped. With Mania now in the rearview, here are 3 bold predictions for what's next in WWE. Number 1. Liv Morgan ditches Dominik for Baylor. Dominik Mysterio shocked everyone by winning the Intercontinental Championship in a fatal 4-way match against Braun Breaker, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Finn Balor. Dirty Dom's victory got a massive cheer, hinting at a possible babyface turn. WWE could lean into this, with Liv Morgan betraying Dominik to side with Baylor, her new poppy. Both Liv and Baylor lost their title matches at Mania, and Dom's big win might rub them the wrong way. They could gang up on him, kicking him out of the Judgment Day, turning fans' cheers into sympathy and cementing Dominik as a fan favorite. Number 2. Gunther targets Jay Usos' title. Gunther controlled much of his World Heavyweight title match, but Jay Uso pulled off the upset to claim the gold. The ring general isn't likely to let this slide. Expect a furious Gunther to strike back, possibly ambushing Jay on the April 21st Raw to demand a rematch. WWE could book this clash for Backlash on May 20th, 2025 in St. Louis, giving the Imperium leader a shot to reclaim his prize and keep their rivalry red hot. Number 3. Cena's title run ends with Rhodes' revenge. John Cena nabbed the undisputed WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes in the Night 2 main event, with Travis Scott's shady interference sealing the deal. But Cena's 17th title reign might be short-lived. The controversial finish screams for a rematch, possibly at Backlash or Money in the Bank on June 7th, 2025 in Los Angeles. Another loss to a part-timer like Cena would dent Rhodes' star power, so WWE could have the American Nightmare fight back and recapture the title, restoring his momentum after carrying the company for a year. The WWE Universe is ready for these storylines to unfold, with Raw and SmackDown set to kick things off. Which prediction do you think will hit, or is WWE cooking up something even crazier? Why Rusev didn't return at WrestleMania 41. Rusev, once known as Miro in AEW, stirred excitement when news broke of his new WWE contract in early April 2025, just weeks before WrestleMania 41 on April 19th to 20th in Las Vegas. Many expected the former 3-time United States champion to make a splash by answering Randy Orton's open challenge on Night 2, but the Bulgarian Brute was nowhere to be seen at Allegiant Stadium. Here's why WWE held off on Rusev's return at the show of shows. Randy Orton was set to face Kevin Owens, but a neck injury sidelined the prize fighter 3 weeks before Mania, as announced on the April 4th SmackDown. Orton, furious, dropped an RKO on GM Nick Aldis and issued an open challenge for Night 2. Joe Hendry, the TNA World Champion, stepped up, delivering a solid match, though Orton won with an RKO. With Orton's promos screaming victory, pitting Rusev against him would have meant a loss for the Bulgarian Brute right out of the gate. WWE likely saw this as a bad move for his comeback, choosing Hendry, a non-roster star, to take the fall instead, keeping their full-time talent protected. WrestleMania 41 Night 1 saw Jacob Fatu claim the United States Championship from LA Knight in a brutal clash. Fatu, now the Bloodline's powerhouse, has a stale feud with Braun Strowman that's run its course. Rusev, with his similar size and intensity, could be the perfect fresh challenger. As a 3-time US champ, he's got history with the title, making a program with Fatu a natural fit. WWE might be saving Rusev for a high-profile SmackDown debut to kickstart this rivalry, giving the Samoan Werewolf a new test and Rusev a chance to shine. WrestleMania is WWE's biggest stage, wrapping up major stories while setting the tone for the year ahead. To keep Raw and SmackDown hot post-Mania, WWE often rolls out new or returning stars. Rusev's return could be timed for the April 21st Raw or April 25th SmackDown to maintain that momentum, especially with Rusev Day chants still echoing in fans' minds from his 2017 to 2018 peak. Holding off on his Mania appearance lets WWE build anticipation, ensuring his comeback pops the crowd without getting lost in the event's chaos. The WWE Universe is itching for Rusev's return, but was WWE right to save him for TV? Will he go after Fatu's title, or surprise us another way? What's next for Damian Priest following WWE WrestleMania 41? Las Vegas was packed with thrilling moments and surprises, and one match that grabbed attention was Damian Priest's intense Sin City street fight against Drew McIntyre on night 2. The two heavyweights bashed each other with tables and chairs, but McIntyre pulled off the win with a claymore into a steel chair. The defeat was a blow for the Archer of Infamy, but with Mania over, it's time for a new chapter. Damian Priest joined the Judgment Day as a heel in 2022, becoming one of WWE's top bad guys. Last summer, fans started cheering him, and after Finn Balor's betrayal booted him from the group, Priest went full babyface. His Mania loss might push him to the edge, leading him to lash out, maybe at someone like R-Truth to bring back his heel side. Turning bad again would shake up SmackDown, opening new rivalries with a tougher attitude. Braun Strowman, a former Universal and Raw Tag Team Champion, causes chaos on SmackDown. Both he and Priest joined the Blue Brand in the 2025 WWE transfer window, and their recent run-ins have shown great chemistry. After Mania, Priest could team up with Strowman to form a powerhouse tag team, taking down crews like the Street Profits, DIY, or Pretty Deadly to rule the tag division and snag some titles. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, lit up Mania 41 Night 1, beating LA Knight to win the United States Championship in his debut. With his strength, speed, and charisma, Fatu's a rising star. Since Priest's loss rules out a world heavyweight title shot for now, he could go after Fatu's US title. A match between these two would be a banger, pitting Priest's toughness against Fatu's wild energy for the mid-card gold. Roman Reigns, a future Hall of Famer, hit a rough patch at Mania 41 Night 1, losing a triple threat match to Seth Rollins after Paul Heymon betrayed him. Without his Wiseman, the Tribal Chief is flying solo. Priest could challenge Reigns, starting a fresh feud that'd feel totally new. Their styles, Priest's raw power versus Reigns' slick dominance, would make for awesome TV, giving Priest a shot to shine against a legend. The WWE Universe is glued to what Priest does next after his Mania setback. Will he turn heel, find a partner, or chase a championship? What's your guess for his SmackDown future? Dominic Mysterio makes a massive statement. Dominic Mysterio pulled off a stunner at WrestleMania 41 Night 2, outlasting 3 top stars to claim the Intercontinental Championship. Moments later, he dropped a jaw-dropping statement that lit up the wrestling world. Leading up to Mania, plenty of folks doubted Dirty Dom's odds of snagging the title, but he silenced them all, beating Braun Breaker, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Finn Balor in a wild, fatal 4-way match. On WrestleMania Recap with Sam Roberts and Megan Morant, Dominic didn't hold back, making a huge claim just minutes into his reign. "I'm the best that's ever held this title. I'm the greatest living Mysterio of all time. I'm the best Intercontinental Champion ever. It's been 5 minutes and I'm already the greatest ever," Mysterio said. "The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time," Morgan tweeted on X. Dominic's life flipped upside down on Raw after SummerSlam 2024 when he picked Liv Morgan over Rhea Ripley, forming a red-hot power couple that's been stealing the spotlight. Morgan believed in her daddy Dom like no one else, pushing him as championship material. After Dominic and Balor beat Breaker and Penta in a tag match on the March 31st Raw, Morgan lobbied Raw GM Adam Pearce for Dom's title shot. Pearce made it official, booking the fatal 4-way. At 28, Dominic lived up to the hype, winning his first singles title on WWE's biggest stage. Morgan celebrated with a sweet X post, calling him the greatest IC champ ever. Dom's victory came at a cost, though, as he pinned his Judgment Day teammate Baylor. The WWE Universe is on edge, wondering what this means for the Judgment Day's future on the April 21st Raw. Will Dom's big talk and Baylor's loss spark trouble, or can they keep it together? Dominic Mysterio hits a fan with a utility vehicle. Fresh off winning the Intercontinental Championship in a fatal 4-way match, Dirty Dom was caught in an accident that might have hurt a fan. A video shared on X shows him riding in a utility vehicle, likely heading to join Joe Tessitore, Big E, and Peter Rosenberg for post-show coverage outside Allegiant Stadium when it bumped into a woman trying to snap a photo with the new champ. It's not clear how badly she was hurt, but folks nearby looked worried right away. While Dominic Mysterio wasn't the one driving, the incident has led to mixed reactions from fans online. This wasn't the night's only vehicle mishap. Earlier, Stone Cold Steve Austin crashed his ATV into the barricades while circling the ring, nearly hitting a front-row fan. WWE President Nick Khan stepped in to check on her after Austin announced the 2-night attendance of 124,693. Dominic's win, pinning Finn Balor after a frog splash, marked his first main roster singles title, but the accident has shifted focus to safety concerns at massive events like Mania. The WWE Universe is torn. Some blame the fan for rushing the cart, while others call for better crowd control. Everyone's hoping the fan is okay, and that WWE tightens safety measures going forward. What's your take on this chaotic moment? CM Punk breaks silence on Paul Heyman's WrestleMania 41 betrayal. Nothing hit harder than Paul Heyman's jaw-dropping betrayal of Roman Reigns and CM Punk to side with Seth Rollins in the main event. Now, CM Punk has finally spoken out about the wise man's double cross. In a fiery chat with Daniel Cormier on ESPN, Punk opened up about the hurt and anger he's feeling, urging everyone to catch Monday Night Raw on April 21st to hear his next move. He thought Heyman, a longtime friend, had his back, especially after choosing him to share the Mania main event spotlight. Listen, I got a lot of thoughts, I got a lot of feelings, and you best believe I'm going to make everybody tune in to Monday Night Raw on Netflix tomorrow night to find out exactly if I have anything to say. When I'm gonna say it, it's going to be tomorrow night. But listen, Paul Heyman, I knew who he was, just like he knows who I am. We've been friends for a very, very long time. He's done this to me before, threw a ladder into my head, and I got 13 staples in my head because of it. So he knows what's coming, right? He knows he made his decision just like I made my decision to bet on, again, maybe hey, let's try to do this. Because to me main eventing WrestleMania was important. I needed to share it with somebody who got me there, somebody who never gave up on me. But now, he's turned on me. Punk didn't hold back, recalling a past betrayal when Heyman's actions left him with 13 staples in his head from a ladder shot. He trusted Heyman again for Mania, wanting to celebrate with someone who'd backed him through thick and thin, only to get burned. Punk's made it clear this isn't over. Heyman's got a target on his back, and vengeance is coming. With Raw on Netflix looming, the WWE Universe is glued to their screens, wondering if Punk will go straight for Heyman or take aim at Rollins, Heyman's new ally. What's Punk's next step, and who'll feel his wrath first? John Cena didn't actually break Ric Flair's record. John Cena turned heads by winning his 17th World Championship, beating Cody Rhodes in the WrestleMania 41 main event. The franchise player shocked everyone with his heel turn at Elimination Chamber this year, using dirty tricks like a low blow on Rhodes. Travis Scott stirred things up, knocking out the referee and facing the American Nightmare. Rhodes slammed Scott with a cross Rhodes, but Cena jumped on the distraction to steal the win and grab his 17th world title. While Cena won his 17th world title and is proclaiming to make history, he actually hasn't. WWE lists Ric Flair as a 16-time world champion, counting 2 WWE world title reigns, 8 NWA world title reigns, and 6 WCW world title reigns. But that's not the full story. Flair says he's won 21 world titles, some ignored by WWE because they weren't on TV. So, while Cena's 17th title shakes up WWE history, Flair's real count keeps him ahead as wrestling's top champ. Cena's undisputed WWE Championship win felt like a letdown to many, even as he hit 17 titles. He's tearing through his retirement tour with the same fan-hating fire he showed after teaming with The Rock at Elimination Chamber 2025. Cody Rhodes, stung by Cena's sneaky victory at WrestleMania, is likely hungry for revenge to take back his title. But WWE's hyping a huge Backlash 2025 match, naming only Cena and Randy Orton, leaving Rhodes out of the ads. Rhodes might step away briefly before returning to confront the legend. With WrestleMania 41 over, the wrestling world's on edge for Backlash 2025, eager for WWE's next gripping chapter. WWE fans want Triple H gone after the worst WrestleMania ever. WrestleMania 41 Sunday saved the best for last, as John Cena defeated Cody Rhodes to become the new undisputed WWE champion. But it was done under controversial circumstances, as Travis Scott interfered in the match, and now many fans feel this is the worst WrestleMania of all time after Cena's win. Following WrestleMania 41 Sunday, one fan expressed frustration on Twitter, calling for Triple H to be fired from creative after what they felt was a disappointing WrestleMania 41 weekend. They specifically mentioned being upset about the way John Cena won, saying, "Fire Triple H from creative after that whack-ass weekend, bruh. Yes, I wanted Cena to win, but WTF was that?" A fan went on Twitter and said the whole main event felt pointless. They also called it one of the worst WrestleManias ever, saying, "The entire main event was pointless. Have to say one of the worst WrestleMania ever." Another fan didn't hold back, saying this was one of the worst, if not the worst, WrestleMania ever, comparing it to WrestleMania 27. They said it didn't feel like WrestleMania at all, and that, unlike past years, the excitement just wasn't there. Absolutely not. One of the worst, if not the worst Mania ever, can be compared to WM27. It didn't feel like WrestleMania at all. I'm usually excited for WrestleMania. This felt like just another PPV. One fan took a shot at John Cena, saying he promised the worst WrestleMania moment, and actually delivered on it, saying, "Cena said he's going to give the worst WrestleMania moment, and that's what he did." One fan tagged TKO Group on social media, demanding they bring back Vince McMahon. They called WrestleMania 41 the worst ever, and didn't hold back their frustration frustration, ending the post with a furious outburst saying, "At TKO Group, bring back at Vince McMahon FFS. Worst WrestleMania ever, you bastards." A fan tweeted directly at Triple H, calling this the worst WrestleMania of all time. They said it was incredibly disappointing, especially the ending, and added that they were just glad they didn't waste any money on it. Triple H, this was literally the worst WrestleMania of all time, man. It's so disappointing. What a terrible ending. Thank God my money wasn't wasted. Another fan called it the worst WrestleMania ever, saying it'll be remembered for John Cena cheating to get the win. They were upset that the record books will show Cena's victory without mentioning how he hit Cody Rhodes and used the championship belt to do it. They called the whole thing a disgrace. Worst WrestleMania, it will be remembered for John Cena cheating his way to winning. The record books will show John Cena blowing Cody Rhodes and using the championship belt. What a cheat. One fan said that WrestleMania 9 just moved up a spot, now being the second worst WrestleMania in Las Vegas history. They said this year's WrestleMania is a clear pick for the worst of all time, saying WrestleMania 9 is officially the second worst WrestleMania in Las Vegas history. WrestleMania is a shoo-in for worst WrestleMania of all time. Another fan chimed in with harsh criticism, saying Triple H should be fired because he's completely lost his edge. They went on to this year's WrestleMania as the worst one ever, saying, "Fire Triple H, he has totally lost it. New label is worst WrestleMania of all time." A different fan was calling for Triple H to be fired, saying it was the worst WrestleMania ever. They claimed the product is falling apart and warned that if the Raw after Mania doesn't deliver, they're completely done with WWE, saying, "Fire Triple H, worst Mania of all time. Product is gonna die. Raw after Mania better be good, or I am F done." Another fan completely trashed the match, calling it one of the worst they've ever seen. They said they couldn't believe they wasted time expecting something good and were furious with how it turned out. They went on to blame Triple H, saying he's ruining the industry, and that half the matches at WrestleMania 41 were terrible. That match was god-awful. Holy, I never thought it could be that bad. I can't believe I wasted my time watching that match expecting something interesting. They gotta fire Triple H. He's killing the industry. Half of the matches for WM 41 were ass. The criticism of WrestleMania 41 has been strong, with many fans asking for big changes in WWE. It's unclear if WWE will listen to this growing frustration, but one thing is certain. WrestleMania 41 has gotten a lot of people talking, and now all fans can do is wait and see how WWE books John Cena's reign as the undisputed WWE champion in the coming weeks. What do you think about the ending of WrestleMania 41 and John Cena's title win? Was the backlash justified, or are fans overreacting? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to share your predictions for John Cena's title reign. What is No Rock and why is it trending? Formerly known as Twitter, X is a social media platform where various hot topics keep trending every day, and the phrase No Rock is currently trending in the USA. This is a term that is associated with Hollywood icon Dwayne Johnson, better known to the world as The Rock. It all began after WWE wrapped up its biggest spectacle of the year, WrestleMania 41. No Rock is trending on X primarily due to discussions online surrounding the final boss's absence from the marquee event. For those unaware, The Rock was involved in one of the biggest storylines in WWE back in February this year. He was a major part of the Cody Rhodes versus John Cena feud. Therefore, the WWE Universe was highly expecting his appearance at WrestleMania 41. Fans were hoping the Hollywood icon would get involved in the main event match between Cena and Rhodes, and it did look inevitable at one point. However, there were no hints of The Rock's presence in Las Vegas. The Great One's absence at the show of shows has sparked a firestorm of speculation among fans, causing the phrase "No Rock" to trend online. The trend reflects the ongoing fan engagement, which is a mix of curiosity, frustrations, and speculation. All in all, the wrestling fraternity is wondering why Dwayne Johnson did not show up at WrestleMania 41. Despite his absence, he became the central topic of conversation, which set the internet in a frenzy. Dwayne Johnson showing up during the undisputed WWE Championship match in Las Vegas this Sunday would have made perfect sense. However, it did not happen, and the reason is believed to be his prior Hollywood commitments. The Rock's absence from WWE's biggest annual extravaganza is rumored to be due to his scheduling conflicts with his filming for the Moana live-action movie, which is set to release next year. The rumors indicate that the reshoots for the film were scheduled during the WrestleMania 41 weekend. Another reason behind his exclusion from the event could be WWE's decision to have the spotlight entirely on John Cena. If the final boss had returned and played a major role in the outcome of the undisputed WWE champion, there would have been a collective buzz. But WWE may have chosen to let Cena shine alone in his historic moment of winning his 17th world title. These could be the probable reasons why The Rock missed the grand spectacle in Las Vegas.